All right, it is Monday, February 25th, 2019 at 3:45 p.m. Let's take a look at the weather. We got Mississippi tornado leaves one person dead and church destroyed. A significant damage was reported Saturday evening from an EF3 tornado in Columbus, Mississippi. A 41-year-old woman died after being caught in a building that collapsed. Her death was the first tornado death of 2019. A Pentecostal church was among the buildings that were destroyed. A line of strong thunderstorms spawned several tornadoes in the south on Saturday, including one that killed a person and caused significant damage in Columbus and Mississippi. Asheville Glido Pounds, 41, of Tupelo, Mississippi, was in the house when she and her husband were renovating when it collapsed during the storm in Columbus. The Associated Press reported she was taken to a hospital and died during surgery. Lowndes County coroner Greg Merchant told the newspaper, Pound's death is the first tornado of 2019. Major Robert Smith Sr. told the AP that 12 people were injured when the tornado struck. Columbus, a city of 24,000 people, is 50 miles west of Birmingham, Alabama. The storm hit around 5:15 p.m., destroying multiple buildings and homes and leaving thousands without power. The National Weather Service surveyed the damage and rated the tornado as an EF3 with maximum winds of 137 miles an hour. And you see here some pictures of cars and homes damaged. You see here a board going right through the engine of the car. That is very strong winds for a board to travel through and hit the engine of a car. Alright, a school and two community buildings were among the damaged structures. The First Pentecostal Church in Columbus was also destroyed. Pastor Steve Blaylock told USA Today the building was a total loss, but he still planned a Sunday prayer service and a baptism. We will rebuild. We've got a good church here, Blaylock said. It will be a testimony of God. So, there's been the first reported death from a tornado this Saturday. I had made a video earlier that there would be tornadoes happening this Saturday. Hopefully no more tornadoes pass through, but you never know with this type of weather going around. Next, two bodies recovered after plane used by Amazon crashes in Texas. Authorities recovered two bodies after a cargo plane used by the retailer Amazon crashed into Trinity Bay in Texas, officials said Sunday. 3 people were aboard the Boeing 767 cargo jet when it plunged into the water on Saturday afternoon. Chambers County Sheriff Brian Hawthorne said authorities were still in active recovery mode, though it was hard to believe they would find any survivors. The north wind has blown the water out of the bay, he said. It's going to be daunting. Mesa Airlines identified one of the people in the planes as Sean Archipala, a captain who worked with the company since 2013. This is a sad day for the entire Mesa family as we mourn the loss of Captain Sean Archipala, said Jonathan Ornstein, the company's CEO. The other 2 people had not yet been identified. National Transportation Safety Board Chairman Robert Sumwalt said the plane's crew last spoke on air traffic controllers at George Bush International Airport, where they were traveling from Miami at 12:30 p.m. 9 minutes later, when the plane was at 6,000 feet, it lost communication and radar contact and began a steep nosedive, Sumwalt said. There was no distress call. The plane, which was operated at Atlas Air Worldwide, has been traveling at 240 knots or 267 miles an hour, Sumwalt said. The nosedive was captured on camera at Chambers County Jail, he said, adding it wasn't clear where the plane crashed. Investigators found its wings, but were still searching for its black boxes, the data and compact voice recorder, though Sumwalt said the devices might be buried so deep in the mud that they can't be located electronically. We'll use a combination of divers or dredge for the recorders, he said. Alright, next. Onions and garlic could protect against cancer. Aside from the ability to inject deep flavor into almost any meal, onions and garlic might also protect against cancer, according to a recent study. Garlic, onions, leeks, chives, and shallots are classed as alum vegetables. They are grown through much of the world and form a bedrock of family meals far and wide. Earlier studies have shown that certain compounds in alum vegetables, including flavonoids and organosulf, compounds are bioactive. Some have been known to hinder the development of cancer. So for those of you who cook with onions and garlic, that's good news because it could protect against cancer. Alright, we've been having a lot of reports of high winds coming in, disrupting the neighborhoods, causing power outages, strong winds causing damage, strong winds around DC and all over the East Coast. Let's take a look at this article. Winds roaring around DC but will wind down as the sun sets. A high wind advisory remains in effect until 6 p.m. Gusts could reach up to 55 miles an hour, said Storm Team meteorologist Amelia Draper. It follows that had been a rowdy start to the work week. Area commuters embarked from work Monday morning under a high wind warning. Damaging gusts of winds up to 65 miles per hour knocked out power for thousands, downed trees, and wires blocked roadways. So there are gusts all over the East Coast right now happening in the Northeast with high winds just knocking down trees and taking out power. So let's take a look here at the East Coast right now. This is in Albany International Airport, 36 mile per hour wind gusts. In New Liberty International Airport, 31 mile per hour wind gusts. So please be aware on the East Coast that there is a lot of wind. There have been reports of power outages, downed trees, and I'm not sure if it's due to the winds coming from what happened earlier in the week with the tornadoes, but stay aware, stay safe. If you see power outages, or if you see downed trees, please report it to the authorities so that you guys can stay safe in the area. Alright guys, see you next time. Hit like and subscribe, and God bless.